Hi, I'm Dale LePage.
And I'm Tina Marie Billing.
Welcome to New England Pride TV.
Hey, 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 tune in, show us you got New England pride. Show us you've got New England pride. Stand up, shout out, show us you got New England pride. Show us you've got New England pride. New England Pride.
Hey kids, welcome back to more New England Pride TV. I'm your host, Dale LePage. I'm here right now with
Jamie Matheny.
Jamie and I go way back, at least 10 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, at least 10 years. I don't remember how we met, but I'm glad we did.
Yep.
And we're here to tell our viewers all about First Event. Correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning. What is First Event?
First Event is a conference for transgender and gender nonconforming folks. It started out as a very small conference, probably 30, 40 people.
How many years ago was that?
That was about 38. I think this was First Event 38. So from those humble beginnings, we've grown to over 1,000 people.
Yes.
And somewhere around 300 classes. We have some incredible vendors. We have some incredible sponsors, Tufts Healthcare, and I'm blanking on the rest of them.
That's okay. That's okay, because I know without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do anything.
Exactly.
So let's break this down. First Event, this is the first year in probably a long time that I wasn't able to attend.
Yes.
I think it was held in Marlborough, correct?
Yes, correct.
Which is, I love that. Do you like that venue?
It's really good, but we're outgrowing it.
You're outgrowing that too?
Yes.
No. Oh my God. Because
So-
I think the first time I went, I don't know if it was in Boston or Framingham or Natick or someplace like that, and you outgrew that space. So now you're even outgrowing.
Yep. This is our third hotel in under a decade.
Yep.
And we just keep growing. And I think that's what we're trying to do as not only as a club, but as an organization. We're trying to grow and become more inclusive, embrace the entire gender spectrum. We've got attendees all the way from 7 years old to 75.
Right. And they
more.
come from all over
all over the country.
the country?
And some
Or the world?
We do have some international
Yeah,
travelers.
that's where I was getting at. Because in the years prior where I've attended, first of all, let me just say, like, as soon as you walk in, it is nothing but one big bucket of love. Everybody is there to support each other,
Yep.
and just it's incredible. The feeling is incredible.
Exactly.
The first time I was there, I was introduced to First Night through Grace Stevens,
Yes.
who ended up being one of New England Pride TV's Person of the Year. I think maybe 2016, maybe. She was instrumental in. She did so much work on
yes.
First Event, and then I got to know Michelle Hirsch.
Yes.
Yes.
Who is absolutely amazing.
Yep.
She runs a tight ship on the fashion show. And
Is that what she's mainly in charge of, the fashion show?
Yeah, that's one
Okay.
of her big. That's
Yeah.
that's her baby.
Yeah.
And we get to a chance to celebrate the trans experience and the trans beauty. So
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Now, speaking of, let's just get back for a second. Like, who is in charge? Who's in charge of the? Who's like leading the helm?
Well, that's a great question. This year, we're trying to actually build a full, fleshed-out organization.
Yeah.
And instead of one person having to bear the load of this entire event, and this event is massive.
Which is a lot. Yes.
But we actually had a great team this year. I'm not going to use last names because some
Okay.
of these women aren't
Right.
all
Nope.
the time.
Yep.
But we had Cheryl, Bree, Shelley, and we had Anderson, who led our transmasculine program.
Oh, nice.
And everyone did, this is really a team effort. The many hands makes light work. And it makes for a wonderful thing. It's a safe place. I always compare it to an enclosed 3-day Pride Parade.
That's pretty much like that is the feeling you get. For me, when I walked in, I can only speak for myself. When I walked in, incredibly informative.
Yes.
The class. Can you tell us some of the classes that go on there?
We had classes all the way ranging from recovering from addiction while trans to what to expect for surgery, how to change your
very
ID.
important, yeah.
You got to meet a bunch of the doctors and talking about different processes. It's pretty much anything that you could think of in the, gender spectrum was represented there in some form or another.
Because when I was walking through the vendors, I was like, there was master makeup artists.
Yes.
There were clothing. There were cosmetic surgery.
Yes.
The surgeons themselves were there.
Oh, yes.
Not just like handing out pamphlets. They were like letting you know that they have what you need, and this is how you can attain what you're looking
Exactly.
for. And do they have cosmetic surgery seminars there too?
Oh, they have the entire range of cosmetics seminars, all the way from facial feminization to GRS, gender reconstruction
Yep,
surgery, and everything in between.
I have just a little side question.
Sure.
I have a lot of transgender friends. It's one big family. Where is the most popular place to get gender reassignment surgery, do you think? Because there's a place that keeps coming up, and I want to know if you think that.
There's a bunch right now, but right now I've got to give shouts out to Boston Medical Center. The program that they started up is really becoming very popular, and I've heard a lot of good things from them.
Great to know.
So.
Because a lot of my friends have traveled to out west.
Yes.
And that's where they've been mainly going. But it's nice to know that Boston is really kind of like taking the lead and it's taking charge in this. That's wonderful. So there are seminars.
Yes.
The fashion show, which is,
of course,
is the fashion show like the highlight of the weekend kind of thing?
No, the fashion show is actually the kickoff to the weekend.
Kickoff to the weekend. Because when I was there, it is so crowded and so well attended. You're like, you can't even move. It's amazing.
Yes, it was wonderful. It's a way to say that we're here, we're beautiful, and we're here to have a good time.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Of course, we all love the true beauty queens, the professionals, but the ones that really get me are the kids. One little girl who came up to me a couple of years ago, just as she'd begun her transition at 5, and was so shy and so scared. She was in the fashion show this year with her beautiful blonde hair, and I'm like, oh my God, I love you, because it gives me hope.
Yeah.
It tells me that I'm doing all this work for a reason.
People are appreciating what you're doing.
So,
all the hard work. It's a lot of hard work.
It is, and like I said, it's all a team effort.
Right.
The incredible folks that we have with us for this event, we couldn't do it without them.
All right, we've got to just recap really quickly because we're out of time. So if people would like to find out about First Event,
Yep.
where can they go for that?
You can find out about First Event at firstevent.org or the website for the Transgender Club of New England,
Yep.
which sponsors First Event, is tcne.org.
That's right, TCNE. And Facebook?
Facebook, yes, we are on Facebook. Both groups are on Facebook.
All right.
So we look forward to meeting everybody.
It's a wonderful event. You guys are doing incredible things. And I'm going to go next year. I'm going to be able to go next year.
You are.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more New England Pride TV right after this.
New England Pride TV is presented by Fallon Health and sponsored by the Hanover Theater for the Performing Arts, Remax Vision, Bay State Savings Bank, Safe Homes, The Pavilion at the Beer Garden, Paul Chasen Interior Design, Nuovo Restaurant, Dr. Frank P. Fetchner Plastic Surgery, The Queen's Cups, Healing Point Therapeutics, Art Reach, Electric Haze, Bull Mansion, Ellie's Pet Barn, Handmead Taekwondo Center, and Herd Strategy and Storytelling.
Hello and welcome back to New England Pride TV. I'm your host, Dale LePage. Right now, I am with one of my favorite people in the whole entire world, my work wife, Andrea Castanetti. Welcome,
Hubby.
baby.
Thanks.
This is the first time you've ever been on the show.
Ever. I'm very excited.
For those of you who don't know, we co-host a radio show that is on 102.9 Unity Radio every Monday from 1 to 2:30. It was 1 to 2, but our show was so freaking popular, they gave us another.
Another 30 minutes.
That's right. It's all because of her, because she has a huge fan base.
He's lying, but it's all because of Dale.
No, it's so much
It's
fun.
us. It's a team effort.
It's so much fun.
It is.
And the show is actually called the Good News Radio Show, and we promote, tell everybody what we promote.
Local businesses, local nonprofits, people that really make a difference that deserve to be
Right.
recognized in the community.
Inspiring people. Yeah. We're going to have a comedian on one of these
I'm
days.
very excited for that.
And we have a really good following, and I want to thank you for listening to us
Right.
on WorcesterMag.com, 102.9
And
Unity.
Facebook Live.
Yep. But we never get any phone calls.
No, we need to have some type of incentive.
Incentive, right?
Not sure what that
Just
would be,
call
but-
in and you could talk to Andrea. That should be
Right.
incentive
I mean
enough.
the phone lines would be like off the hook for that.
Off the charts. So the reason I wanted Andrea on the show today is because she has done something very inspiring. And, well, every day you do something inspiring. I know all the good deeds you do. You make me look like a piece of crap, but thank you anyway. Andrea has created a wonderful organization called the Kindness Coalition. Now, how did that come about?
So, well, thank you, by the way, for having me here. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
It. So,
I
yes.
should have been wearing my T-shirt, right?
I know, me too.
right.
Sorry, we're not obviously very good role models,
No.
but Kindness Coalition of Massachusetts came in effect about 3 months ago.
Okay.
You know, I do obviously a lot of charity work.
A lot of charity. I've never met anyone who does as much charity work as you.
Yeah, you know, it's in my blood. It's what I'm all about, and it's one of
Yeah.
obviously my passions. So, a great lady, Marianne Wessel, came out and she said she runs Charity Checkpoint, and she said, I really want to help you become a nonprofit and take this from a smaller scale to a larger scale. So, you know, over the years we've evolved and we started getting bigger and bigger. And I said, you know what, you're right. It's time that we become a nonprofit. You know, it's a lot of work to become a nonprofit. So luckily she held my hand the whole way.
Oh, that helps a lot.
You know, and I have a humongous following of awesome people that really want to help.
Yes, you do.
So, you know, we started with the backpack drives.
I went to I think the first back drive
Yep.
was in Boylston at the church. It was
In January.
It was standing room only. The mayor was there, the governor. You know, it was incredible.
It was insane.
It was emotional.
It was. So how that came about was, you know, I've always done clothing for the homeless and things
Right.
like that. And I remember I can still see this guy's face. He was standing on Route 9, middle of winter. I mean, you remember how cold this winter
Yeah.
was, freezing.
Yeah.
And this guy was in a T-shirt, a ratty sweatshirt, had like a bunch of things in a Stop and Shop bag. And I just said, like, there has to be something we
Yeah.
can do. And I know some of this stuff is a Band-Aid. Obviously, we want to end homelessness, but that's not going to happen overnight. So I put out on Facebook, I said, who wants to help me fill 25 backpacks for the homeless? And all of a sudden, all these people are, I want help, what can I do? So in 2 weeks, I got the church donated in West Boylston
Yep.
from my friend Heidi. She said, you know, use the church, gather everybody there.
And I want to just stress, it is a huge venue. It was a big, big room.
Yeah, right. So I walked in, I was like, oh my God, this is okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, all of a sudden, 3 hours early, people start coming in.
3 hours early?
3 hours early. And I'm like, oh, all right, the event's not for 3 hours, but, you know, come on in and help. And I had probably 200 volunteers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, with 2 hours to go, the entire venue was filled
Yes.
with, I can't even, I mean, there were thousands upon thousands of donations, as you saw.
Yeah, yeah.
So then all of a sudden, all the people started coming in.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I was standing on the stage and I look up and I'm like,
It's a sea of heads.
right.
Yep.
You know, and I thought 25 backpacks was like being aggressive. I'm like, there's no way we're going to fill 25 backpacks. You know, and we ended up filling like 250 backpacks or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And then we filled,
as
yeah.
amazing as that story is, I want to jump ahead a few months later.
Yep.
in the next event that I went to, I volunteered, and you gave me that great T-shirt, which I loved.
Yep.
It was in a space that was 5 times the size
Right.
of the first one.
Yep.
And you filled how many backpacks for foster children?
I want to say they were a little over 500.
Yes, over 500 backpacks
Right.
were filled
Yeah.
with everything a child could need.
Imaginable.
Yes.
Right.
One of the things that touched me is you told a story. Well, you touch me all the time,
Yeah.
but this time with a
In a
story.
different way, yeah.
Yes. about towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, every day I hear sad stories.
Right.
And for some reason, this story is something I'll never forget, too. So a woman reached out and she said, I think what you're doing is amazing. I want to tell you a story about my daughter that I adopted. And the little girl was like 5 years old. She was pulled out of her home. And again, she was pulled out of an abusive home, but that's the only home she's ever known.
Right.
So, she's traumatized. So the foster parents said, go take a shower. So the little girl goes into the bathroom in a home that she knows nothing about.
Never been
and
there
she couldn't
before.
even find a towel.
Right.
So, when every time I hear that, and, the little girl always will retell that story. She's like 18 now.
Yeah.
And she said, I was standing in this bathroom, 5 years old. I had nothing to towel off on, dry off on. And, I didn't know what to do. And that made her feel,
She had nothing that was hers.
nothing at all. So that's why we decided to really, we put the necessities in these backpacks, but we also put personal things. And, we have those card decorating tables with Darcy Schwartz.
Yes, Darcy.
personalized
Darcy
notes
Schwartz.
Is awesome.
I think Schwartz.
Schwartz.
She is one of the most amazing human beings. I'm extremely
Amazing.
lucky to have known her.
Yep.
I met her through you, I think. Or did
I
you
don't-
call?
I
call
think
into
we
the radio?
met together.
Darcy Schwartz is actually Artreach, and she is a sponsor of this show now.
Yep. And
which
she's
is
an
incredible.
amazing human being.
She and her team of kids
Yep.
put special cards in
Right.
all these backpacks.
Yeah, I wanted to have something for the homeless too. Just something that can make them feel human, especially
Yeah.
for the homeless.
Yeah.
And then these little kids. So all the kids that come to the events make personalized notes and cards to put in all the backpacks.
Right.
So we just kind of give it like a more personal touch, and it gives the little kids that are at the event.
Yeah, there were lots of kids.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Kids are
Kids are always welcome
always
at my
welcome at
events,
these
and that's
events,
what makes
right.
us a little bit
Right.
different than the regular events. So
Right.
yeah.
Now, what's next for the Kindness Coalition?
Yep, so
I know
now-
you have
Yeah, we have a lineup.
three or four.
3 or 4,
Yeah.
yeah. So right now there's 4, but for back to school, we are doing not a backpack drive, but we're doing a fill the shelves
Is this for teachers?
for teachers.
Isn't
Yep.
that sad that we have to do that?
Awful. So I know tons of teachers in Worcester Public Schools
Yep.
and surrounding towns
Yep.
that are constantly taking money out of their pockets.
Of their own
Of their own
pockets.
money. Now, teachers don't make enough
I
money.
just yelled. I'm sorry.
Right. I'm passionate about it too. Teachers don't make enough money.
Right.
B, they have to take money out of their own pocket in
Yep.
order to, give these kids what they need.
Yep.
And I've found so many kids start school not even with like a pencil box.
Right.
Because their parents can't afford it.
Now, I just want to. I try not to get political on the show, but I will tell you that the current administration has now does not allow teachers to declare supplies they buy for their classrooms.
Yeah, I could go on and on about
Right?
it. Yeah, there's a lot of craziness.
That is the world we live in.
Teachers as is don't get paid enough.
Right.
I mean, we walk into Emma's school
Right.
and I'm like, how do these teachers do this every
Right.
day?
All right, I'm sorry. I got back to
So fill the shelves.
Fill the shelves.
We're going to collect, obviously, back to school supplies,
Yep.
snacks, because
Yep.
a lot of kids, again, don't have food
Right.
and don't have snacks.
Right.
And cleaning products and hand sanitizer, things that these teachers need to try to take the load off them and let them actually focus on teaching.
So we've got like a minute left. What's
Yeah.
the other 3 events?
Yep, so we're obviously going to do our 2 signature backpack drives for homeless in the
Homeless.
winter, DCF in April,
Yep.
and then we're going to do an animal related.
Oh,
event.
good.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
this is
to be
news to me.
determined.
I'm
Yep,
excited.
of course, I can't leave out my fur
Oh,
babies.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
so.
That's actually how we met, at a fur baby
Yep,
thing.
yep.
Before we close, please go to Facebook. Can anyone join the Kindness?
Yes, yep.
Anybody can join. It's open to the public. The Kindness Coalition.
We welcome everybody.
And one thing I want to let everyone watching at home and people even here in the studio, I reached out to our city mayor, and in September, this amazing woman to my right will be getting the key to the city for her incredible, generous, charitable work. So
appreciate
I'm
that.
very excited about that.
I am too. That's amazing.
That's September 15th. That's going to be at the Bull Mansion. It's the 1-year anniversary of our radio show, and it's my band is playing, the Yellow Pages of the Manhattans, and you're getting the friggin' key to the city for all your
Psyched.
good work. That's
I
exciting.
appreciate that.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more right after this.
New England Pride TV is presented by Fallon Health and sponsored by the Hanover Theater for the Performing Arts, Remax Vision, Bay State Savings Bank, Safe Homes, The Pavilion at the Beer Garden, Paul Chasen Interior Design, Nuovo Restaurant, Dr. Frank P. Fetchner Plastic Surgery, The Queen's Cups, Healing Point Therapeutics, Art Reach, Electric Haze, Bull Mansion, Ellie's Pet Barn, Handmeet Taekwondo Center, and Herd, Strategy and Storytelling.
Hey kids, we're back on New England Pride TV. I'm your host, Dale LePage, and I'm joined right now by Christian Yapor, who is, you probably can't read his banner, but it's Mr. Worcester Pride 2018. And I had the absolute pleasure of being one of the judges for the Worcester Pride pageant. Actually, I've been a judge for the past 3 or 4 years, and I truly enjoy it. I hope they keep having me come back because I love it. It's such a fun event. It's just a big celebration, and everyone's just doing these amazing talents. That's where I'm coming in with you. Your talent was incredible. First of all, let's start out with what made you say, like, I'm going to go for this. I want to try to be Mr. Worcester Pride.
So I'm born and raised in Worcester, and I was a within and without sort of person, so I wasn't really part of Worcester's gay scene. Then I started working at the MB Lounge.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to work under Marco, and I used to just meet people, and then people were just like, "Oh, you should just do it." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know what my talent would be."
Yeah.
I was like, I have no idea what I would do.
Yeah.
And they were just like, "Yeah, you should just go for it." And I was like, "Oh, whatever." That's my way of kind of doing things. I go with the flow.
Okay.
And I kind of just stumble into things and just do things.
Welcome to my life.
And so I just was like, "Oh, I'll sign up. I don't know what my talent is." And it was like maybe.
So you signed up before you even decided what your talent was going to be?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was like
All right.
scrambling. So
Were
I
you
got,
going
like,
to? What were your choices? Were you going to like sing, juggle, dance? What were you going to do?
I had no idea. I was like, what if people? I was asking people. I was like, what did they do in the past? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, should I do something like? I had no idea. I was like, should I write something?
Some people do some like really amazing poetry slam kind of readings, and some people sing, some people dance. What do some other people do? I don't remember, but I do remember your talent because you must have really worked on that for how long?
Oh yeah, there was like a team of people coming up with ideas.
A team of people. I had to come up with that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the judges section, and you come on stage, and immediately it was like, it started off like high energy and so fun, and people, the crowd was like just crazy for you.
Yeah.
And so all the glitter and the confetti, whose idea was that?
I stole that idea off of my boyfriend.
Oh, what?
So some of it comes from Sasha Velour's performance on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
So the
okay.
whole confetti, leaking confetti everywhere and glitter, that was part of that performance. But Nate and I would just spit out ideas off of each other. We were just,
Now Nate is?
my boyfriend. Nate's my boyfriend.
Hey,
Hi,
Nate.
So Nate and I would just spit ideas off of each other. We'd be like, oh, okay, what if you did this? Oh, that would be so funny. That would be so extra. That's so you.
Yep.
Some of them are just like, he's like, oh, that's my idea. I want to do that one day. And I'm just like, oh, sorry. Like,
Oh my God, will he perhaps be entering this year?
he should.
If you're
I
watching
think-
it, I know he's watching.
He got a little spark in him, so he should do it.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So what was it like backstage? Because there were a lot of contestants.
So backstage, it was really cool. I got to meet a lot of really interesting people. Everybody had like their own stories. And although I met them just for like the brief space of time back there before
Right.
the show and during the show, I got to like really connect with them, and some of them I'm still really close with, and I still message on the regular.
Now let's do a little shout out to all the rest of the other title holders who are Brady Greenwood, Stephanie, what's Stephanie's last name?
Texera?
Texera?
I might pronounce it
Okay,
incorrectly.
I had you
Sorry,
say it
Stephanie.
because I'm always wrong. So Stephanie and
And Poison Envy.
Henry Butler.
Henry Butler.
Yeah, who made like national news reading a library book to a youth group, and it was like scandalous for some people, which was ridiculous.
You better work.
Yeah. But so one of the things, like I'm a performer too. You know that when you're backstage waiting to go on, is it something that you're so nervous you don't remember a lot of it? Is it ever
yeah.
like that? for
Yeah,
you?
so when I was there, this is like my first time performing at all, like doing any kind
Oh
of
my
performance.
God, yeah.
So I was just like pretty nervous.
Yep.
I saw people have like the really cool outfits and
Yes.
stuff. And I was getting ready for my performance and like getting ready for, I guess we had like 4 different portions.
Yes.
So it was the express yourself outfit, the performance or your talent,
Yeah.
and then the evening wear /
yeah.
the answer your question.
Yeah. Oh, that answers the question. That is
yeah.
always so tough, my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
So like getting ready for the performance, I was like, okay, like got ready for it. After the performance, which was like super extra, super flashy, glittery.
Yep.
I was in a lot of pain after that.
What do you mean?
The adrenaline just like came down.
What was in pain? Like your whole body?
Oh,
or
my whole body ached.
from the dancing?
Yeah.
From the intense
Yeah,
dancing?
yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, oh my God, there's one more thing I have to do. I was
Yes.
like, I was
Because it
like,
was all
I have to-
choreographed.
Yeah. I was like, I have to bring it home.
Yeah.
So like, I like put on my evening wear outfit, and I just like
God.
smiled.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, the adrenaline rush was real.
Now, what is it meant to you to be Mr. Worcester Pride?
From someone like me, it means a lot. So I'm an LGBT person of color. I'm Latino, and I grew up in a very Christian family. So something like coming out is not, I'm the only real out person in my family. So something like that just really stood out to me because my father's a pastor.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm the preacher's son. And it just like really meant a lot to sort of represent people like me who've never really been able to talk about their sort of stories or really been able to express who they really were. And now I'm doing it all
Yeah.
tickled pink and everything.
You tickled me. But then right after the Pride pageant, I think you were like marching in the parade. Was it the parade the next day even?
Yeah.
It was the next day. So it must have been like such a whirlwind, right?
Oh yeah. That was an exhausting weekend.
I'm
I had
sure.
the pageant,
Yeah.
then the parade, and
Yeah.
then the next day my sister got married. So I had to just
my
like
God.
be happy.
You
and,
were like this all the way to the wedding.
Oh yeah, I was exhausted. That was a busy weekend.
So it's been a great year for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I see you on social media having so much fun, and so is there what are you personally up to? Are you in school? Are you working? Are you?
So I currently work at Unum. They were one of the sponsors of the Pride
Ooh, all right.
pageant.
Shout out to Unum.
Hi Unum.
Yeah.
So I work with them, and what am I doing now? I am working with the Worcester Youth Pride.
Now the Worcester Youth Pride, that is they're putting on a youth prom, correct? Mm-hmm. Which I think is wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that started, but I think it's has it been around for a couple of years or more than that?
I think it's been around for like just a couple of years.
a couple of years. I think
Yeah.
it's brilliant. Where does it take place?
So it's going to be on May 11th.
Okay.
And it's at, I think right now it's the YWCA here in Worcester.
Is that where it was last year also?
I'm not sure where it was
Okay.
last year.
New England Pride TV is a sponsor of the Worcester Youth Pride. We'll be doing it again. So we're running out of time, unfortunately, but I just have to say, congratulations. You've been such a wonderful representative for the community, always very positive.
Thank you.
And there just needs to be more people like you. That's all I have to say. All right, so so let's just give a little shout out to your boyfriend to get him to enter this year, right?
Yeah, go for it, Nate.
Go for it, Nate. Yep. And you'll handle the confetti cannon this year.
Yeah,
All right,
I got you. I got you, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, New England Pride TV is sponsoring the tiaras for the pageant this year. So we'll be helping in our own way. All right. We will be back with more right after this. We have come to the end of another episode of New England Pride TV. I'd like to thank our guests today for informing us on such great things that are coming up, great organizations. If you are checking out our New England Pride TV Facebook page, I want to thank you for that because we are pretty much at 10,000 likes, which is amazing for us. Yes. And we're going to end the show the way we always do by saying, please don't be afraid to shine your light.
Because you might be lighting the way for someone in need.
Until next time.
Thank you.
You got New England pride, show us. You've got New England pride. Stand up, shout out, show us. You got New England pride, show us. You've got New England pride. Shabba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bee. New England pride.